All right, y'all, it's been a minute since I've been on here doing any cooking with A La Arvy videos, so decided to go ahead and bring you on in on my dinner. I'm making scallop pasta today, so let's get started. Okay, as you see here, I'm boiling some water and I'm going to add some salt to the water. You know, you want to make sure to go ahead and salt your water. This is going to be for the pasta, and then you want to taste the water, make sure it's salty enough for what you want. By the way, this is the pasta that I'm using today, Rotini. All right, let's just taste this water, make sure. All right, water's salty enough. So I'm just gonna put a little piece of, let's get a little bit of, actually, let's do this. I'm just going to put a little, I'm just gonna put a little speck of this coconut oil in there. You put olive oil, but you just need a, touch. And what it is you don't really want, you don't want the pasta to stick up on each other. So that's why we do this, right? But I just need a little piece, just a little piece. See? And because this coconut is going to give it a little flavor too, right? All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so now it's time to add the pasta. And then just, stir it around, let it be even. And then we're going to just cook this for about 8-9 minutes, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my timer. I'm gonna go ahead and do 8, and then I'll check it and see if it needs 9. All right, and here on this side of the stove, I have a lot of different herbs in here. I have, of course, you can see the colors. I have some green and yellow peppers. I have scallion, I have onions. By the way, these are all from the garden, either my garden or my church's garden. Then we have tomato. So have all the herbs. Oh, and we have garlic. So I'm just getting these a little bit sauteed, and then I'm going to add the scallops. So I like to have the wild caught scallops, so whatever it is you prefer to get, but I like wild caught, so that's what I'm gonna do. The wild caught ones, I'm gonna rinse it a little bit in this coriander, and then I'll show you next. All right, so I'm gonna rinse these off. A bit. Next up, then my A La Arvy Seasoning. Time to season it up. All right, we got it seasoned and ready to go. All right, next we're gonna put the scallops in here. I need to start using my tripod. But again, if I would only take the time to remember the video, then I would have everything I need. Okay, all right, so obviously I need my hands here to go finish stirring. All right, I've stirred it up. Now let me let this cook. While we're doing that, it's time to go ahead and strain this pasta. And check the noodles out first. Okay. All right. Turn the stove off. sit 1 minute and then I'm gonna strain it. All right, just wanted to give a little closer look at the scallop here. But my duty right now is to go ahead and strain this pasta. Okie dokie, straining the pasta now. Okay, had to get my hands free, but this goes the strained pasta. All right, while we're finishing up this up here, actually it's about to take that off and get the gravy, make sure it's wet, but you put this back in the original pan. Alrighty, time to take the stove off. They're cooked. Now let me taste and see if I need anything else. Okay. All right, well, we're good to go. Next step. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit of coconut oil here to make this nice and moist and glistening before I add the scallop stuff. So here we go. Okay, so you see it has a nice slight glisten to this. So next is to put this in there. Now if you want to, if you're a saucy person, then you know you add more sauce to what you're doing here. But if you want it just right, then you do it like this. So it's up to you, up to whatever it is you want. And if you wanted to have more color, then you could do more. I did more natural based seasoning, but you could add some seasoned salt or some sazon or something if you wanted to have an orangey color. But it's up to you what you're trying to do, right? All right, next up. All right, I've added the scallops to here. Now I need to stir it around. I'll show you the finished product. Okay, this is it all mixed in. I'm going to put it in its dish now, but I wish this was smell-o-vision so you can smell what it smells like. It smells heavenly. All right, I'll show it to you in its appropriate dish. Okay, and it's dished out. I don't know if you can see the juiciness and the moisture there. That's the thing, you don't want it dry, so you have to be careful, make sure you're cooking this stuff properly. All right, bon appetit. All right, everyone, thanks for cooking again with me today. Another episode of Cooking with A La Arvy. Take care. Bye. Sparkles out.